All right, sound check from Century. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is Preston Lady Indian Volleyball from Century coming up. You do it again? All right. Whichever one you want. Let me know when you're ready. You ready? Okay. All right, take two. Sound check from Century. Preston Lady Indian Volleyball coming up from Century. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Either way, we're pretty good. Yeah, we still got plenty of time. The third set is 6-5. We got plenty of time. Let me call you back here in a little bit. All right, thank you. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And welcome in, everybody, as we come to you tonight from here at Century High School as the Lady Indians take on the Century Diamondbacks tonight in the next to the last regular season game of the regular season for the Lady Indians from here at Century. Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. Well, for the Indians, they'll try to bounce back from a tough 5-set loss on Saturday at home against Snake River, as they'll take on once conference foe here in the Century Diamondbacks tonight. Preston will have one more game remaining on the schedule. That comes up on Thursday, when we'll come to you from Bear Lake, as they will take on the Bear Lake Bears in the final game of the regular season. Now, let's dive into our scene set tonight as we can start to talk about some of the news and notes around tonight's match. As the scene set brought to you by Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Outdoors on State Street. Find them at the north end of the city of Preston on State Street. So for the Indians, they start play tonight with a record of 12 and 7 overall. They're 4-3 in conference play. The Snake River team is in action tonight, as they will be taking on Marsh Valley. And if the Snake River Panthers win that match against Marsh Valley, they will lock up the number 2 spot in the district tournament, no matter what Preston does coming up on Thursday against Bear Lake. So a very important match, not only for this one here for the Indians to win, but keep an eye on to see what Snake River does at Marsh Valley. Of course, these longtime foes, conference foes, now with Preston staying behind when they moved up to 5A, they have met many times over the years, but Preston has lost the last 7 matches in a row on the volleyball court to Century, as they'll get after it here coming up in just a few minutes. So we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll sit down and we'll have a chat with the head coach. Bridget Knapp will be our guest as the pregame show continues from here at Century High School. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston! In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
The pregame coaches show is brought to you by Elisa Benson, North Realty Idaho, and North Realty Utah. And welcome back to the pregame show. It's time to step into the coaches' corners. We'll sit and visit with Bridget Knapp here for a couple of minutes before we get started here at Century. You come here to Century, it's an old familiar place, but this doesn't count as a district match anymore.
No, it's kind of different. You know, I think it's good to come back because we haven't played very many of the teams we played last year. So it's a nice skill to come back because we feel like we've seen improvements this year over the last couple of years. So this is a good indicator of did we make the improvements that we hopefully felt we have.
It seems like Century, looking at their record, is about the same as they've been. Good team. Again, just has to struggle head-to-head against Pocatello, but Century is still a very good team.
Oh, they always are. You know, they've just got a good, strong program, and it helps carry over from year to year. So, yeah, they'll be strong.
Any difficulty trying to get the girls to concentrate, knowing that this is not a match that's going to count against their district record before they play Bear Lake coming up on Thursday?
It's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, I think they're excited to come and play somebody and a familiar team to show how the improvement that they've had. And I also think they look at it as Century's going to be a good, strong team, so it's a good preparation coming into Bear Lake. Someone that's going to run a faster offense, so they're going to have some strong hits, some good blocks, some good defense. So it's a good preparation, so hopefully they take that as something they're going to work hard and push themselves and take advantage of it.
So last outing against Snake River, you go out, and for the second time this year, you lose to them in 5 sets. Yeah,
Frustrating. That was a frustrating game. We missed so many serves. We missed at very crucial points. We had a couple mental lapses, but then there were moments when we played really, really well. Snake River is a tough team. They just put the ball back. They play excellent defense, and so we just need to learn to have more focus longer through those long rallies.
I think the frustrating part for me, not I'm sitting and just watching, is you lose the first set, you come back and win the next 2 in both meetings against them, and then lose the 4th and the 5th.
I know, it was all too familiar, wasn't it? It was frustrating. It's that mental game that our girls are still trying to figure out, is how to play a game and play really well and not to relax after you win that game, to come out and play strong again. In volleyball, it's just you have to win those 3 sets. And it's 3 completely different games, and sometimes it's hard to re-amp for something when you've won the first one or won the set before.
So you get ready for this match against Century. You haven't seen them this year. Do you just go? You kind of go along and say, okay, we need to play our match, or is there some way you can prepare for a team you've never seen?
Volleyball is there's definitely things you can look at, but in the end, I think it's our game. We have to come out and play our best, and if we play our best, then we'll be able to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. And so that's what I try to focus on, is not who we're playing, but that we are ready mentally and physically to play our best, no matter who we're playing.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Coach Bridget Knapp with us here on the pregame show. It's the Indians and the Century Diamondbacks coming up from here at Century. We'll come back after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back to another edition of Preston's Outstanding Students, brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. As this week we get a chance to sit down with a senior. It seems so odd that we very rarely get a chance to talk to seniors so far in this series. But we sit down and talk with Ashley Scott, who is a senior at Preston High School here. Preston, first of all, Ashley, thank you for taking a few minutes to come down and speak with us. You're a senior here this year. Tell us about how things have gone so far during your career here at Preston.
It's gone pretty well. I've enjoyed being able to talk with all the teachers. They're usually very helpful.
What kind of things have you concentrated on here so far during your 3 years here at Preston?
When I'm choosing classes, I'm thinking of ones like, for example, electives I might be interested in the future for jobs.
And on the topic of jobs, have you thought about something down the road that you might want to choose as a potential career once your days here at Preston are done?
I don't know my for sure job or career, but right now I'm thinking of elementary school teaching and going to college.
There's been a number of girls who have come in and talked about wanting to get into education. So trust me, you're not alone in doing that. Well, what kind of things are you taking here at Preston to help you move toward a career in education, or are you still just working on your own stuff?
I'm not really taking any classes right now to help me with that, but for my senior project, I'm hoping to job shadow teaching a little bit in elementary.
Well, that'd be good. You could walk around and follow the teachers around and see what goes into teaching a little bit.
Yeah, should be fun.
Good. Have you thought about what's going to happen after graduation? What's on your plate? Colleges potentially? Anything else you have in mind?
Colleges, and then I don't know what college yet, but I'm probably going to go for a year and then maybe a mission.
That's very good as well. So serving a mission is always a good thing. Are you looking at, you want to stay fairly close to home, Utah State or Idaho State, or you kind of looking at going a little bit farther away?
I probably won't go incredibly far away, but I've thought of like SUU or BYUI.
Also very good schools. So you're looking at getting into education. You want to have an interest in serving a mission, and you want to be able to go and go to college, and be able to work toward getting that degree and your ultimate goal of being a teacher. Those are awesome things to have on your plate to get you ready for the rest of your life. You look back at the 3 years plus now a few weeks of you've been in session here at Preston this year. Has it gone by quickly?
Yeah, it's definitely gone by quickly. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was a freshman. That's crazy. It
does go by fast, doesn't it? If I could go back and talk to people who are starting high school, I would say make sure you enjoy your 4 years because it goes by way too quickly.
For sure, I agree.
Very good. Well, we thank you for coming down and spending a few minutes with us here, and best of luck in your future goals and career choices, and continue on here at Preston. You're doing a heck of a job.
Thank you.
That is Ashley Scott, a senior here at Preston, one of Preston's standout students, this week's guest here on the pregame show. We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
And welcome back to the pregame show. As tonight the Preston Lady Indians on the road. They are at Century to take on the Lady Diamondbacks. We're here at Century in the Snake Pit. It is senior night tonight for the Indians and the Diamondbacks. But let's take a look at some of the other games going on. A very abbreviated schedule of other games. In fact, there's only 6 games on the docket around the state for this Tuesday night. They include Buell at Gooding. Murtaugh will be at Raft River. Oakley will take on Shoshone. Lighthouse Christian will be at Valley. Hagerman will travel to Glenn's Ferry. And Priest River is at Bonner's Ferry. And that's it. That's the whole docket of games coming up for tonight. Just 7 in total around the state of Idaho, volleyball-wise, here this evening. So we invite you to stay with us. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the national anthem, the starting lineups, and the first serve for set one. It's the Lady Indians and the Lady Diamondbacks from here at Century, and it's all coming up next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. Well, welcome back here to Century High School as the Indians get ready to take on the Lady Diamondbacks tonight. First of all, let's apologize right off the top. No video available tonight because of Century's contract with the NFHS network. We'll have the starting lineups and the first serve for tonight's match. They have to put away the big snake as it was senior night here tonight. Plus, they'll have the national anthem. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have all that for you. And the first serve for tonight's match, it's all coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
And welcome back here to Century as it's time to meet the starters for tonight's game. So let's join our PA announcer. And there you have our introductions of our starters tonight and our players. And, of course, those introductions, as always, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Dan Hubbard with you here at Century High School tonight. John Beverly back in the studio as our studio coordinator. We're glad to have you along with us here this evening for another exciting night of ladies volleyball here from Century. one more match remaining on the regular season schedule. That comes up Thursday night when we'll join you from Bear Lake, and we are scheduled to have video again coming up from Bear Lake coming up on Thursday as well. Also want to remind you that coming up Friday night, the Preston Indians football team will be back home as they'll play host to the Pocatello Thunder. We'll have the pregame show starting about 6:15 on a Friday evening with the kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock, and that game can be heard on mylocalradio.com and on a tape delayed basis here on KACH as well, as we'll have live coverage of the Westside Aberdeen game coming up on Friday night. So here we go. Preston against Century, the longtime rivals in 4A. When they rearranged the divisions, Century went to 5A along with Pocatello, but Preston stayed back at 4A, and that's why they are in the other division with Bear Lake and Snake River and American Falls and those guys. But we are ready to play here tonight as the Diamondbacks will serve first, as the Addie Morrell will serve. It comes to the Indians as they will go back and tuck it just inside the back row, as a nice play by Sophie Hess right off the start as Preston gets on top 1-0 here early on. So glad to have you with us here tonight from here at Century. Preston serving first, as it'll be Mackley White to serve. Dug out in the back row. The set on the outside is played over. Preston able to dig it out, keep it alive as the set comes to Wakely. That's blocked at the net. Comes back out to Hess again. She goes down the line. That's able to be played there by the Diamondbacks as well. Cross court and in on the hit there by the Diamondbacks. As coming cross court and able to pick up the point, that is Peyton Burrup. And it's now a 1-1 tie, as the serve again on the side out will go back over to the Diamondbacks. So just the start of action here tonight, as Burrup will serve, played by the Indians. They'll set it outside, comes to Wakely. Not a good set, but Taylor will play it over and mishandled on the dig. So Preston will end up getting the point anyway, and it's 2-1 here in set number 1. First set action here tonight brought to you by Flying S Title and Escrow, as the first set is sponsored by Cache Valley Bank. Morgan Donaldson serving now for Preston, as the set comes cross court, but blocked there at the net, as we get a whistle and a point for the Diamondbacks. And we're at a weird angle. We can't exactly see the official, so we don't know what she called. As she holds her hands out in front of her, she's partially blocked, so can't really tell what the call was there. But it's a 2-2 tie, and Century will serve back to the Indians again, as Hess partially blocked at the net. Dug out, kept alive again here by the Diamondbacks as they try to come back across the net, as that'll be into the net. As that is Millie Pantea, who is one of the two seniors on the team, who played it into the net, and Preston now goes up 3-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The serve by Hess. The set partially blocked at the net. Hess has to dive to keep it alive. Comes outside. Wakely can't get it over the net as it bounced a couple of times on top of the net, but Preston able to get it back. Outside set for the Diamondbacks. Partially blocked again at the net by the Indians. They're able to keep it alive high up into the rafters, and then it comes down and they're not able to play it, they being the Diamondbacks, as it goes off the hands of Sky Coleman, and it's a point again for the Indians, who now lead 4-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Century is 7-12 with 2 ties on the year, and you're asking me, well, how the heck can they have ties? Well, those come in tournaments. As the back set on the slide comes around to the Diamondbacks too long, as once again the ball hit out of bounds, as that was by the freshman Electra Fleischman, who hits it too long. So Preston now goes up a 5-2. As again the serve controlled by the Diamondbacks. Nelson sets to Taylor Wakely, who hits it into the net. Point goes back over to the Diamondbacks on the side out. They get the serve back with Preston leading by a score of 5-3. So as they will serve, Suri Delame, the other of the two seniors, will serve, as that's going to go too long and out of bounds. Preston thought about playing it, but Donaldson, the libero, ducked out of there at the last possible second and let it go, and it went too long. So here's Taylor Wakely to serve with Preston up 6-3 on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard, as that serve is long and out. You heard Coach Knapp talk about it on the pregame show in that last match last Saturday against Snake River. Preston really was their own worst enemy. They missed a lot of offensive attacks. They had a lot of serves that were out. So they had their problems serving the ball, and they've got a couple of bad serves already so far here. So it's 6-4. Preston leads. Century with the serve, played by Donaldson. Set in the front. That's going to be off the block. Nope, they're going to give the point to the Indians, to the Diamondbacks rather, and say it wasn't touched. So as it looked like they hit it through the around the block, but it was touched. But the officials say no. Set back outside as it comes to White. That's dug out by the Diamondbacks. Outside set there, blocked by the Indians, kept alive on the attempt there by Burrup. Again, they get it back over. Great sliding play there by Hess to keep this ball alive, as that one's going to go out of bounds. Point for the Indians on the attack there as the ball went out of bounds. It's going to be 7-5 now on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard as Braxton Ware checks in here for the Indians for the first time to come in and serve and immediately delivers an ace. So a point again for Preston to make it 8-5 here in the first set. Ware will serve again. Braxton, good serve, played in the deep middle. Set on the reverse, partially blocked there at the net by the Indians. Nice play defensively. Set it outside for White. She's going to go short. That's dug out, and it's going to land inbounds. They just made the dig and got it flicked back over the net, and it fell just inbounds along the left sidelines on the Preston side of the court. Give the kill to Electra Fleischman. That'll be her first of the night, as the freshman now will serve as it comes to Wakely. They get it back over. Here on the attack, here's the Diamondbacks. They go short. That's dug out by the Indians again. As they go down the line, and a point again for the Indians as that one lands in bounds. So 9-6. Favor of Preston here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're kind of blocked in our view. We're sitting at the end of the Preston end of the floor on the corner. And the corner official is standing right in our way, so he's blocking a lot of our vision of the court. Nothing we can really do about it. As they go down the line, dug out by Wakely. They get it back onto the Preston side. The set there is blocked at the net, and back onto the Preston side. Give the block to Suri Delame for the point. Side out. Point for the Diamondbacks, 9-7. Indians still on top. As Delame will serve again. As the ball played by the Indians comes back to Nelson, I believe that was, or was that Dunn in the middle? I think it was Dunn who hit it too long and out of bounds. So it's going to make it 9-8. Preston's lead has been whittled down to 1. Serve. Whoa, that handcuffed Ware. Preston able to get it back. Wakely bounced it over her head to keep it in bounds. Blocked at the net, out of bounds. Tooling the block and getting the point. In the front row in the middle was Delame to make it 9-9. So we're tied on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Addie Morrell will serve again. Back set by the Indians. As that's going to be off the block and out of bounds. Give the kill to White as she very adeptly tools the block to pick up the kill. First set of tonight's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. 10-9, Preston leads. As that'll be into the net, service error, and we'll be even again at 10. So 10-10 here in the first set as we're tied. Indians and the Lady Diamondbacks. Burr up to serve and serves up an ace. That one just sank and fell right at Taylor Wakely's feet. Nothing she could do about it. As once again, Century will have a lead again at 11-10. As a good play there by the Diamondbacks to get another point as they go up by a score of 12-10 now. As they'll continue to serve, and that one is out of bounds. So the service error point and the serve again back to the Indians at 12-11. Century leading on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Morgan Donaldson will now serve for Preston. Preston trailing by a point. The JV team lost to Century's JVs in straight sets tonight, although all three were competitive. As the ball set at the net, and a hitting error on the outside there by the Diamondbacks as they don't clear the net. They hit it into the net, and it's another point for the Indians, and we're tied at 12s. I believe that was Pantea who hit it into the net. So they bump it over. Here comes a free ball for the Indians here. On the outside set, Wakely. That's going to be, she's claiming a touch, and the chair officials say no. As the up official says, she just shakes her head in defiance of Taylor's appeal for a touch. So the serve again comes back over to the Diamondbacks. They lead 13-12. Outside set. It goes to Wakely in the middle. She taps it over. Century able to play it. Back in the middle. They get it over softly, so a free ball here for the Indians. Back set to Hess, and Hess able to put it away. Sophie with her second kill will even the first set up again here at 13-13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So tied at 13s, and Sophie will serve. Good dig in the back row. Not a good set, and they're going to say it was out of bounds. Told you it wasn't a good set as the Delame had to reach back behind her to try to reach to the ball and kind of popped it up in the air. By doing so, she hit it outside of the pylon. So it's a point for the Indians as the serve from Hess is too long, and the service error will even the first set again as we're once again tied at 14-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Neither side has taken a timeout yet here in the first set. So we'll just keep on playing. Dug out by the Indians. Wakely blocked at the net, kept alive by the Indians. They had to get it back over onto the Diamondback side. And then trying to come up and just flick the ball over was Addie Morrell and didn't quite clear the net. Point for the Indians, and once again Preston goes back on top. Taylor Wakely will now drop back and serve for Preston. Taylor's serve, dug out. Again, the set and the outside, dug out by Donaldson. Preston will set in the middle again as the attack in the middle by Donaldson kept alive, and Preston able to get it back out of the net. The attack is dug out again by Wakely. This time they set to Wakely as that'll be dug out in the back row again by the Diamondbacks. Kept alive as Taylor gets hands on that one. Has to go back and get it. She hits it back over her head, back onto the Century side of the net. Blocked at the net by the Indians. And the point. Ellie Nelson was there. Sophie Hess was there as they collect the block. And Preston leads 16-14 here in the first set. So good play by the Indians. Wakely will serve again. Dug out by the libero, deep middle. Outside set, good attack, blocked, kept alive by the Indians. As Hess again will keep it alive, staggers toward the bench. as Morrell sets, and it's hit into the net once again. As once again coming over was Pantea to try to make the attack and hit it into the net. And Preston has their biggest lead here in the first set. It's 17-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Wakely to serve again. That's dug out, played by the Diamondbacks. They get it back over. Wakely with the dig. The set on the outside comes back to White again, and that's going to be too long and out of bounds. So Mackley gets a little bit too much of it. Hits it out of bounds. 17-15. Century gets the serve back on the side out. And the senior Millie Pantea will serve here for the Diamondbacks. And her serve is going to go too long. That's her fourth hitting error here in the first set here tonight. So Preston up 18-15. Preston looking to do something here tonight they haven't done in a long time. And that's knock off the Diamondbacks in a volleyball match. In fact, they haven't beaten them in 3 years. As the dig there, played by the Indians, back row, Wakely. That's dug out again, kept alive by the Diamondbacks. The set, that's going to be out of bounds. Another point for the Indians makes it 19-15 as the attack came from Fleischman. And once again, the freshman hit it just a little bit wide. As once again, Ware's serve will be too long. Side out, 19-16. Preston remains up by 3 here in set number 1. Serve's going to come to Wakely in the deep middle. The outside set to White. She goes short this time. That's dug out. They swing it over to the far side, and that's going to be in on a good attack on the far side. As that was played by Peyton Burrup. So it makes it 19-17. Next serve comes back over to the Indians. They'll set on the reverse, and it comes to Knapp. Macy has that kind of blocked at the net, kept alive back onto the Preston side. That's dug out by the Diamondbacks. The attack at the net is going to be a point for Preston as Burrup came over, tried to get the set, but hit it into the net. They weren't able to dig it back out after that. So the point for the Indians makes it 20-17. Here's Avery Madsen into the game for the first time. She'll serve. The set. Nice dig there by Ware. They get it back as it comes back to White again, as that's off the block and a point again for the Indians. 21-17, and the Diamondbacks want a timeout as Mackley White picks up her second kill of the set. So Preston leads 21-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it here as well on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
So Preston leading 21-17. They have the serve. As we back with you live here again. And our chair official turns around to say something to the Diamondback student section, which is right behind her. Whatever they said certainly caught her ire and attention. So Madsen will serve. Avery's serve is dug out. Tough serve. Good return. Blocked at the net by the Indians. And kept alive, but that's too many hits. Point for Preston makes it 22-17. Preston has dropped the last 7 matches to Century, so they haven't beaten them in a match in the last 3.5 years. They're looking to do so here tonight. It all comes one step at a time as they look to win the first set. They lead 22-17. Good serve. Nice play by the libero. Blocked at the net again by the Indians. Kept alive by the Diamondbacks. They get it back over onto the Preston side. The outside set again comes to White, and that's going to be touched and out of bounds. It was headed down the line. Pantea came over to try to make the play, but White picks up her third kill, and it's 23-17 Preston leading on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Madsen will continue her serve. Good deep middle serve and blocked at the net as Dunn slams the lid, sends it back, and it's now set point for the Indians at 24-17. Madsen serves for set number one. As the serve, tough return, set, partially blocked by the Indians. Madsen will back set, back to Hess. That's going to be dug out in the back row there by Delame. And into the net, and Preston will win the first set on the hitting error as Preston wins set number one by the final score of 25-17 as Surrey Delame hit it into the net to end the first set. So Preston wins set number one. We'll go to the second coming up after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their overall standings. The pregame show gets started at 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. Remember, to see what's coming up next at the Worm Creek Theater, log on to their website at wormcreek.org. We move to the second set. Preston leads 1-0. Set number 2 tonight brought to you by Yardmaster. So Avery Madsen will serve to start set number 2 for the Indians. As the set outside, going to roll across the top of the net and go out of bounds. That'll be a point for Preston. As coming across was Delame, didn't clear the net. And the Indians able to get a point out of it, as the ball never did kind of ever cross the net. So Madsen will serve again. As her next serve, again, deep middle, not a good return. In fact, then it goes up into the rafters. They try to get it over, but it does come over. But there's Carly Dunn again just to slam the lid and pick up the point. So Preston goes up 2-0. Tonight's match brought to you by Yardmaster. They help you get the lawn of your dreams, and it all comes with a 100% guarantee. Call Yardmaster Services at 435-755-5827. They actually give the point to the Diamondbacks. So it's a 1-1 tie. And on the attack, on the serve, the Diamondbacks get another point, so they now lead 2-1. So 2-1 Century as the serve comes over, played there by White. Madsen has to go over near the bench to get it, and Donaldson will bump it over. Outside set, attack there, blocked at the net on the attack by Burrup. Comes back over onto the Preston side as Wakely gets it back in the front row. Comes to Dunn. She goes short, deflected for the point. Nice play by Dunn as she just flicked it back into the deep middle again, and there was nobody there. And Century got hands on it but couldn't control it, and we're tied at 2 here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the second set. Good serve put up by White. Outside set on the reverse, and the attack by Burrup is again going to be too long, and Preston now leads 3-2. So Burrup's attack goes too long again. White will continue to serve as that ticks off the top of the net and rolls over. That's another ace for Mackley White. And Preston now leads 4-2 here in the second set. So Mackley serves, dug out in the middle, set on the outside, and it's going to tool the block and be a point, as it is Suri Delame coming up to be able to tool the block there for the Diamondbacks and get the point. That's her second kill of the match so far tonight. And on the side out, Cirque again comes back over to the Diamondbacks as it's played there. Outside, Wakely off the top of the net, dug out. Back again outside as that comes to Donaldson on the kill by Pantea. Back to Wakely again, and Taylor hits it into the net. So we're tied at 4. Tonight's match brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental with offices in Preston and Grace. They're here to give you the smile that you will be proud of. The serve by the Diamondbacks comes to Donaldson rather, and the big attack and kill by Wakely as he hits it off the dig and out of bounds. And Preston goes back up on top again, 5-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So here's Morgan Donaldson to serve. Donaldson, deep middle, tough return there. They'll set on the outside, blocked by the Indians, but down. As able to sneak it through the block to get the point was Pantea. That's her second kill of the match, and it evens the second set at 5-5. As the serve comes to Hatch just into the match, and off the block and down, Preston gets another point, as attacking from the outside once again was Wakely for the point. As Taylor able to tool the block herself, as Sophie Hess will now serve. Hess dug out by the Diamondbacks, blocked at the net by the Indians, kept alive outside again, and a big swing from Delame for the point. Delame able to find a hole through the block that time, and we're even at 6. So 6-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the serve comes back to the Indians. The set on the reverse comes to Wakely, and that's going to be into the net as Wakely, her momentum carried her across the center line, So it'll be a point for the Diamondbacks as they'll get the serve back, and now Delamy will serve. 7-6 Century as they lead here in set number 2. Brought to you by Yardmaster. The outside set comes to Knapp, and that's going to be in as Macy takes it right down the line. Good attack by Macy. Got it around the block, took it right down the line, and gets the point. And we're even at 7 again, as now Taylor Wakely will serve again here for the Indians. Serve from Taylor into the net. Didn't quite clear the top of the net, so hitting error charge to Taylor, and it's 8-7 again. As once again, this will be Pantea to serve here for the Diamondbacks. Good dig out on the serve, outside, Knapp. And Macy able to get up high enough and hit it down and pick it up. She gets the kill, her second in consecutive side outs for the Indians, and it's now 8-8. And once again, Braxton Ware will come back and serve. Braxton, her serve at 8-8. Outside, the attack on the reverse, and that's put away once again here by the Diamondbacks. As they go up 9-8, back and forth we go here in set number 2. 9-8 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Comes over, White with the dig. They set in the middle. A big hit, attack there by Dunn. That's dug out, kept alive as it comes back over onto the Preston side. Back to White again and a whistle as we'll have a double hit on the set. It's a good thing they called that because White had another kill they took away from her. So 10-8. Century leading. Back set comes to Wakely. Dug out in the back row. Kept alive again. And down the line, that's going to go out. Wakely pulled her hands back just in time as they're asking for a touch, and the officials say no, so the point goes to the Indians. Here's the serve put up by Madsen. Outside set. Touched at the net, but kept alive by Preston. Back set comes to Hess. As, again, Diamondbacks able to keep it alive and hit it into the net. That is Delamy with the bad attack. And Preston able to get even again as it's 10-10. So Delamy hits it into the net, evens the set at 10s. And again, played back over by the Diamondbacks. It comes back to Preston. They just dink it over. So here's an easy ball here for the Diamondbacks. Good dig by the Indians. Now back over onto the Century side. Set in the middle as the attack is in by Pantea. Pantea charged from the back row and able to make good contact and get it just out of the reach of Wakely in the back row. And it's 11-10 now, Century leading on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as Addie Morrell will serve. Played by the Indians. The set comes to Hess, and she hits it into the net. Hitting error charge to Sophie Hess, and it's now 12-10. Diamondbacks go back up by 2 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Merrill serves again, and that'll be an ace. Unreturnable as the Indians hit it up into the bleachers, and it's 13-10. Hey, don't forget, when you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving its customers for over 119 years. That, of course, is the Flying S Title and Escrow Company. You'll find them in the city of Preston. As that ticks off the top of the net on the serve, kept alive by the Indians, comes back to Wakely, and that'll be good as Taylor tucks it just inside the back row. So side out for the Indians. They get the point and the serve back. That makes it 13-11. As once again, Mackley White is going to come in and serve. So White serves for the Indians. Played in the back row. Reverse set that comes to Burrup, and Burrup hits it into the net. So another point for the Indians to make it 13-12. So 13-12, and White serves again. She's going to go short this time for the ace. Well, she's got the touch to get it just over the top of the net. So we're even to 13 on the ace by Mackley White, her second of the match. As full swing this time, that's dug out. Outside set, blocked at the net by the Indians. It's going to be a point for the Diamondbacks, however, as it goes out of bounds on the touch. So it's 14-13 here in set number 2. Preston won the first set 25-17. They lead 1-0 tonight. Serve to Ware. Set comes to Wakely, who plays it off the block and out of bounds. So Taylor again will even the match on her 5th kill of the night. And we're even at 14s. So the ball will come to Morgan Donaldson to give her a chance to serve again here after the side out. As the serve, it's going to be set on the reverse, and that's going to go out of bounds. Not a good set, as having to reach back was Paige Williamson, as that ball went wide and out of bounds as she tried to go cross court with it, and Preston will lead again as they go up 15-14 now. As we continue to go back and forth here in set number 2. As a good set right in the middle, and Delame pounds that one home. So Cyril Delame with her 4th kill of the match. And once again, even set number 2 at 15-15. We continue to go back and forth. Serve played by the Indians as the set. Nice play by Hess as she able to tool the block. She was coming across from the reverse side back into the middle and was able to still get enough on the ball and pick up the kill. So Preston up 16-15. Serve from Hess, dug out in the deep left corner. As a good play right in the middle. A couple of Indians dove for it, but not able to get it up. One of those was Sophie Hess, as it went off her hands. And it's now going to be tied at 16 again. As the serve from the far end, played there by Delame. In the middle comes to Donaldson. She'll bump it over, so free ball here for Century. Outside set, blocked at the net as they try to get it back over, as they do, but that's going to be too many hits. As the Century player chased the ball all the way back over onto the Preston side of the net. In fact, right in front of the Preston bench, tried to pass it backwards back toward the field of play, back on the Century side. The official said, nope, you can't do that. So basically it's an out-of-bounds call. Point for the Indians to make it 17-16. So back up the Indians go again by 1 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard as Wakely serves. Dug out, played at the net as they go short. That'll be out of bounds. Point for the Indians. As they came across and tried to go short over the top of the block, and it landed just out of bounds. 18-16, Preston leads as we head down to the latter stages of set number 2. Wakely serves in the back. They'll play it up toward the front. And a block there and another point. As once again, there's Ellie Nelson to slam the lid. And the Preston Indians go up 19-16 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. And we will have a timeout here in set number 2. Preston leads 19-16. Back after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
So welcome back here to Preston, or to Century, I should say. Preston leads 19-16. Dan Hubbard with you here in Pocatello. John Beverly back in the studio at KACH. Wakely serves at 19-16, and the serve floats too long. So the service error will give the ball back to the Diamondbacks again. It's now Preston 19, Century 17. And the serve will belong back to the Diamondbacks once again. As the serve comes to Donaldson, nice dig. And coming down the line, that's White. Nice play to hit it around the block and tuck it just inside that deep left corner. Mackley with her fourth kill. Preston goes up 20-17, a 3-point lead. As it'll be Braxton Ware who will now hustle back here to pick up the ball as she will now serve. Preston looking to go up 2-0. As the first serve is going to be set in the middle. Deep play that comes to Ware, however, in the deep middle. As a good set there, the Indians just bump it back over. As the set dug out by Ware, kept alive again by the Indians. Great defensive play by Preston to keep it alive. As the set outside will come to Burrup. That's going to be kept alive by the Indians, but no one there to play it. Dunn backed up looking for a set. Hess wasn't there to play it yet. So it's a point for the Diamondbacks, and it's 20-18. Electra Fleischman serving. A freshman who gets a lot of playing time here for the Diamondbacks. As it comes to Wakely, she bumps it over. Free ball here again for Century. That's a dug out in the back row by Wakely. The set at the net. As again, they'll set it there, and it's going to be into the net. As Addie Merrill not able to get it high enough to get it back over the net. So Preston now goes back up on top, 21-18. They have their 3-point lead again. As Sophie Hess, or should say Avery Madsen, will now come back and serve. Serve, nice dig, kept alive, bumped over onto the Preston side. So a free ball for the Indians. White again goes down the line and again has the point. 22-18 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. Preston up by 4. Here's Madsen to serve once again. Avery goes short. They have to come up and get it, and it's an unreturnable, so it'll be an ace for Madsen. Preston now up 23-18. The ace for Madsen, her first of the night. And Preston 2 points away from winning the second set. Served by Avery. Again short along the left sideline. Set in the middle, goes into the net. So Pantea can't clear the net. That's her 5th hitting error of the night. And here we go, set point in the second set for the Indians. It's 24-18. As the serve from Madsen rather, comes back over onto the Preston side. Outside set, back to White. She goes in the middle this time, dug out. The set comes to Burra, blocked at the net by the Indians. However, the Diamondbacks get it back over. The set comes to Dunn. That's going to be dug out as Bellamy got hands on it. And comes back to the net, and in the middle, hit into the net. As that's Paige Williamson again, hits it into the net. A point for the Indians, and Preston will win set number 2 tonight as well, as they take it 25-18 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. So Preston now up 2-0. Stay with us. Set number 3 coming up here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, Preston up 2-0 as we go to the third. Third set tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in and see them where you'll be treated like a friend at 17 South State Street in Preston. Addie Morrell serves for the Diamondbacks to start set 3 as it comes to the Indians. The back set to White. That's dug out in the back row. Kept alive again as Morrell just bumps it over. Free ball for the Indians. Set in the middle as it comes there to Dunn, who slams it away. Carly's got 3 kills tonight and has the first point of set number 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So here's Mackley White to serve for Preston. As the serve is played up to just bump it over, which Merrill does. So a free ball again here for the Indians. Outside set. Wakely didn't get a lot of it. In fact, she kind of popped it up and hit it out of bounds. So Taylor hits it a little bit too deep, and we're now 1-1 here in set number 3. Preston won the first set tonight, 25-17. They come back and win the second set, 25-18. As they look to sweep the Diamondbacks tonight. That would be a chore in and of itself. Wakely, that's dug out by Merrill, kept alive by the Diamondbacks as they go cross court, but nope, doesn't make it over the net. So they set it to the attack side, but couldn't get it over the net, and Preston now up 2-1. We told you that Preston has lost the last 6 matches in a row to the Diamondbacks. Well, to be quite honest with you, Preston is only beaten, as that's going to be served into the net by Donaldson. So that'll be a service error. We'll be tied at 2. Preston has only beaten Century on the volleyball floor twice in the last 11 years. So they are 2-20 over the last 11 years against the Diamondbacks. So 2-2 here in the third, and the serve is going to go out of bounds as the serve by Sky Coleman goes too long and out of bounds. And Preston now back up on top again at 3-2. So Sophie Hess will serve here for Preston. Serve, deep middle, and the set on the reverse. A big hit there by Delamy, dug out by the Indians. They get it back over short. Set again for Delamy. And again dug out in the back row by Hatch. Good plays by Hatch a couple of times. It comes back again to the back row. Hatch keeps it alive as it comes to Macy Knapp, not able to get it over. As they keep it alive, though, and Preston will end up getting the point. Knapp's first shot was blocked at the net. It came right back to her, and very alertly she just flicked it back up in the air, and Preston was able to turn it back into a point. And every set so far tonight, Preston has led by a 4-2 score. As we're at 4-2 right now, with Sophie Hess with the serve, and a tough play at the net. Now set there. Hatch able to make the stop. Comes back to Donaldson, who bumps it back over. Reverse set, Delamy blocked at the net. Comes back again, as that's going to be out of bounds, too long. So a point again for the Indians. It's 5-2. So things are getting dicey at the net. As the serve by Hess dug out. As they'll play this one again at the net. That's again partially blocked by the Indians. Donaldson with the set. Comes to Wakely, who again can't clear the net. She's having to try to time her jump with the set, and they're coming at different heights. So her timing is not the same every time. And she's not getting her arm back quite far enough. This is what Coach Bridget Knapp is yelling into her from the sideline. So here's the serve at 5-3. Diamondbacks with the lead and have the point as getting the ball over at the net and picking up the kill. See who that was. That was Burrup with the kill, and it's 5-4. So the serve dug out by Wakely at the net. Preston not able to make the play. So on the dig, they tried to get it to Nelson, but it went to an area that nobody could get to. We're tied at 5 here in the third set on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. 5-5, serve, Wakely on the reverse. She gets the set back as the Diamondbacks be able to play it after the block. They get it back over onto the Preston side. Again, they'll serve it, get it back to Knapp on the reverse this time. And again, Macy hits it into the net. So it's going to be 6-5. Outside, Knapp hooks this one down the line. That's going to go out of bounds. So back-to-back hitting errors by Macy Knapp. And that'll put the Diamondbacks up 7-5 here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. But Preston leads 2-0. Here's set number 3, brought to you by our friends at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Set in the front row. Nelson just tried to play it over and hit it too far, hit it out of bounds, and it's now 8-5. So hopefully things are not slipping away here for Preston as they win a couple of tough sets. They fall behind by 3. That's the biggest lead this Century's had in a while. Good serve played by Donaldson in the back row as they get it back over. So free ball here for the Diamondbacks, but they pop it up and they hit it out of bounds. So the point for the Indians on the miss hit by Century, and it's now 8-6 as Preston still trails by 2. And Taylor Wakely will serve again here for the Lady Indians. Dug out with the set, comes in the middle. They have to just bump it over. What can the Indians do with it? They set it, and off the block, out of bounds, as it's Ellie Nelson picking up her first kill of the match, as she's able to tool the block, and it's now 8-7. So once again, Wakely will serve here for the Indians. Comes to the net as it hung right over the top of the net, and Nelson was able to go up and put that one away. Back-to-back kills by Ellie Nelson, and we're even at 8 as the Indians have scored 3 points in a row to tie the set. Served by Wakely is going to go too long and out of bounds. And that'll put Century back up on top again on the side out. It's now 9-8 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard as we play here in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So a Century up by the point. The serve by Pantea comes to the Indians, not able to play it. As White, right at the net, not a good set, as the ball was set almost at the pylon. She was not able to get it back over. So it's 10-8. Serve again, comes to Wakely in the back row, set in the middle, White. Dug out by Pantea. Back in the front row again, they just pop it over the top of the block. So back to the Indians. Here's White, partially blocked at the net, kept alive again by the Diamondbacks. So they get it back over onto the Preston side again. This deep set this time comes to Wakely. That's dug out in the back row. As Delame hits it too long. They tried to set it for the big hitter in the back row. But Suri Delame goes too long. And it's now 10-9 again as Preston will get back to within a point. Ware to serve into the net. Service error for Braxton Ware to make it 11-9. So tonight's game brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Wattsmart Homes, their program that provides residential customers an energy-efficient upgrade. Find out how. Log on to wattsmarthomes.com and find out how they can do that for you. Serve comes to the Indians, and that's going to be a point for the Diamondbacks, a lift on the set. And it's going to make it 12-9. Century goes back up by 3 again here in set number 3. Serve comes in. Wakely has that. The outside set to White. Blocked at the net, but down onto the Diamondback side. Point for the Indians. So 10-9. Give White another kill as she tools the block. Mackley now with 5 tonight. Madsen serves again. Boy, it's a tough return on a tough serve by Madsen as they're able to bump it back over. Free ball for the Indians. As that comes back to Dunn, and Dunn puts it away once again as Preston back within a point again. 12-11 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Carly Dunn picks up kill number 4 for her on the evening, and Preston trails by 1 point again. All 3 sets have been very even, within a couple of points through the midway section of the sets, like we are now, as Preston trails by 1. Outside set, Burrup hits it into the net, and we're tied. So Preston picks up another point, as again Peyton Burrup hits it into the net. Tied at 12 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Madsen again with a good serve. Played in the middle. Dug out by Wakely. Outside set comes back to White. As again Mackley able to tool the block and hit it out of bounds. That is kill number 6 for her tonight. And Preston will move back in on front again as it's now 13-12. Served by Madsen. Outside set. That's going to be out of bounds as Burrup this time took it too long. Preston goes back up by 2 as it is 14-12 now as Burrup hits it too long. That's her 5th hitting error of the night, and we have a timeout on the floor once again called by the Century Diamondbacks. 14-12, back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Don't forget, Preston back in action coming up Thursday night. They'll wrap up the season with a conference match at Bear Lake. That comes up Thursday night. We'll have the pregame show scheduled for 6:30, first serve at 7 here on mylocalradio.com and on KACH. Blocked at the net. Comes back onto the Century side. They get it back over, dug out by Ware. Back set to Hess. She tries to go down the line, but hits it too long. So Sophie hits that one just a little bit too long. Preston's still up by a point, though, as it's 14-13 here in set number 3. Preston leads 2-0. As the serve dug out originally, but then it comes right back over the top of the net. And there to slam it back home is Electra Fleischman as she gets her second kill tonight. So Fleischman ties the set. We're even at 14. Preston leading 2-0. As dropping back to serve here is Addie Morrell for the Diamondbacks. Serve kind of tied up Braxton Ware. In fact, they're going to call her for a lift on trying to make the dig. As it tied her up to the point where she couldn't do it successfully. So it's 15-14. Diamondbacks back on top here in the second. Set, White, block, and a point for the Diamondbacks as they get a block at the net as Ware not able to get to it. 16-14 as the Diamondbacks go back up by 2 again. As Morrell will serve again. Madsen with the set as it comes to Wakely off the top of the net, kept alive. Back set as that will come again back to the Diamondbacks again. And that will be hit out of bounds, and Preston will get the point at 16-15. So after the side out, here is Mackley White to serve, but puts it into the net. She gives the point back as 17-15 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. 17-15. Century on top here in the third set. Serve comes to Ware, digs it out, outside set to Wakely, and Taylor slams that one home. Preston back to within a point again at 17-16 now. So a big kill by Taylor Wakely. As again it'll be Morgan Donaldson now to drop back and serve. Getting to that nervous time here in set number 3. Preston could use a run here to try to take advantage as that's off the top of the net, played by the Diamondbacks. Set on the attack side, comes back over as they'll serve it, set it back to Wakely again. Another big attempt. That's dug out this time as it comes back over onto the Preston side. Hatch with the set. Comes back as Nelson gets the point. They call it out or they call it in. Now they're changing it to call it out as the official is saying that it's a point for the Indians. So it's 17-17. Ball was touched going over, so give the kill to Ellie Nelson. Donaldson serves again, 17 even. As the back set, Delame blocked at the net by Preston. They got to go get it. Get it back to Hess. And Sophie with a miss hit hits it into the net. 18-17 now as the Diamondbacks again go back up by a point on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. Tonight's match brought to you by West Motors. your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and Logan, now part of the Mountain West Auto Group. Serve played by the Indians. In the middle, Nelson. That's played there, dug out by Fleischman. As the big attack comes back, that's dug out by Hatch. Donaldson gets it over to keep it alive. Back over onto the Diamondback side. Delame tries to go short. That's dug out by Preston. Back to Wakely as she hits it off the block. Kept alive again, but then on the attack, Delame thought the attack was coming on the far side of the net. She was charging the center and then slipped and fell, and nobody could get to it. So cheap enough point for the Indians, but they'll take it, and they get even at 18 again here in set number 3. So tied at 18. Sophie Hess serves. Deep left corner. Dug out there, kept alive. Now Delame is blocked at the net. Give the block to Wakely and a point for the Indians. 19-18. Preston moves back out in front. So here's Hess to serve now for Preston. Sophie's serve is an ace. Good sinking serve as it came right in front of Sage Coleman, the libero, and not able to make the play. And again, another timeout on the floor called again by the Diamondbacks. 20-18 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. We're back after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
KACH.
Tonight's match also brought to you by Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho. Your trusted real estate advisor when it comes time to buy or sell commercial or residential property. Call Elisa Benson at North Realty, Idaho or North Realty, Utah. Preston leads by 2 here in the third, 20-18. As Hess will serve again. Sophie had just had the big ace. That one is set back and returned. Back over onto the Preston side. Wakely into the net. She tried to go cross court and just tipped the top of the net. 2019 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as the Preston still leads by a point. As the serve comes in deep middle, Donaldson has that. Outside set, Hess tries to go down the line, off the block and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. Macy Knapp with the kill, her third of the day, and it's 21-19. So Taylor Wakely will now drop back and serve with the Lady Indians up 2-0 and a 2-point lead here in the third. Outside the set, that's going to be dug out by Wakely in the back row. Set it in the middle as it's off the hands of the back row. And once again, it's Ellie Nelson with kill number 4 tonight for her. And it puts Preston up by 3, 22-19. Wakely serves again. As that's going to be dug out. As a cross, that's going to be off the dig. And a point on the outside on the big kill to make it 22-20. So they give the point to the Diamondbacks. And they get the serve back again, as it'll be Suri Delame again to drop back and serve. Check that, it's not Delame, it's actually Millie Pantea who will serve. And that'll be an ace. Either way, it's an effective serve. And it's now 22-21. Preston's lead is down to 1. Pantea ready again. With a nice jump serve. Played there by Wakely. Outside set to White. Down the line, and they call it out of bounds. So we're even, as White took it down the line just a little bit too wide, according to the linesman. 22-22 here in set number 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Pantea to serve again. Not a good serve, but an effective one as White can't get to it. The ace makes it 23-22. As the Lady D-backs have a serve, have the lead, and Preston's going to call timeout. So with Century up by 1 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, the Lady Indians take a timeout, as we'll be back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right, teams back out on the floor after the timeout. Century leading by a point, 23-22 here in set 3. As the serve comes to White. The set in the middle, Preston almost misplayed it. They get it back over onto the Diamondback side. Burrup's going to go short. That's dug out again by the Indians. As the set comes to Wakely, who just plays it back over. So free ball for the Lady Diamondbacks. From the back row, they come back to Wakely again. Dug out there. Back up into the attacking zone as Knapp bumps it back over. Free ball for the Indians. And it goes short, and a point for the Diamondbacks. Century went short to where Preston had to try to dive and make the play, and it's going to be set point Century here in set 3, 24-22 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Pantea, who's already served for about 4 points in a row, now serves for the set. As it comes to Wakely in the middle. They go short, does Nelson, but that's played by the Diamondbacks. Block at the net. Rattles around a couple of times, but falls on the Preston side, and that's going to be the end of set number 3 as the Diamondbacks will win it by the final score of 25-22 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So Preston, after winning the first 2 sets, they let the third one slip away, as we'll go to a 4th set here at the Snake Pit when we come back right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, time to go to the fourth set here tonight. Preston leading 2-1. And tonight's match brought to you in part by Stokes Market. With the freshest meat and produce you'll find in Preston and throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. Fourth set number 4 brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-famous jerky online. You can do so at papajs.com. So ready to start the fourth set. And Preston will serve, as it'll be Avery Madsen to serve. And the first serve tricks off the top of the net, kept alive by the Diamondbacks, and they get it back over. The set comes short. Not a good set. It made Dunn kind of recoil, and then Carly ends up hitting it too long and out of bounds. And the first point of set number 4 goes to the Diamondbacks as they lead 1-0 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Addie Morrell serving for the D-backs. Serves it to White. The set comes to Dunn. That's dug out by Morrell. Kept alive outside. Blocked at the net by the Indians. Kept alive there. Back onto the Indian side. Outside set as White plays it over. Back in the front row. That's going to come there to Burrup, who hits it too long and out of bounds. So Preston gets even. It's 1-1. As they'll give the ball back to Mackley White and let her serve here in set number 4. See if Preston can kind of pick that energy back up that they had in the first 2 sets here tonight. As the block at the net, bounce back over, back onto the Preston side. Back set comes to Hess. Partially blocked at the net, kept alive by Century. As Delame gets it back over, they'll set it outside to the Indians to Wakely. A good diving save there to keep it alive. Back over onto the Preston side again. As the set there will come back over to the Indians, and it's White from the back row to put that one in. Mackley with her 7th kill of the match. It's now 2-1 Preston on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Mackley serves again. Not a good return. They got to chase it over near to the student section, but they do get it back on the floor. Set for the Indians comes back, and that is Wakely to find the deep right corner and get the point. And Preston goes up 3-1 here in set number 4 tonight. Brought to you by Papa J's. They lead 3-1 to the Indians. Mackley White to serve again. Serve played in the back row. The outside set. That comes to Donaldson. Dug out there. Back to Wakely again. Taylor gets it back over. Kept alive by the Diamondbacks, who just flick it back over. As the set comes to Hess. Dug out. They got to chase it, but they can't get it. The dig went crazy back toward the back wall. Give Hess the kill. It's her 4th, and it's 4-1. So Preston has led every set at this point when they get to the 4-point level in each set. Served by White, kept alive. It's going to be a point for Indians on a double hit. So it's now 5-1 as White's serve will continue here for the Indians. As the next serve by White unfortunately goes into the net for the Indians. Makes it 5-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the serve goes back over to the Diamondbacks. Serve here. Set comes to Wakely, blocked at the net and down onto the Preston side as it's Fleischman with the block and picks up the point. As it's 5-3. As Peyton Burrup serving here for the Lady D-backs. Short set as that is going to be off the block and is going to be touched. And a point for the Indians. Give the kill to Carly Dunn again. And that is her 5th of the night. So Preston will get the serve back on the side out. It's now 6-3. And Donaldson will serve. Good serve. Dug out there. In fact, it'll be an ace and a point for the Indians. Tonight's match brought to you by Ready. If you're interested in joining their team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. 7-3, Preston on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the serve by Donaldson floats too long, it's going to be out of bounds and make it 7-4. So 7-4, and the serve comes over from the Lady Diamondbacks. Outside set, Wakely, and that's going to go too long again. So it'll be 7-5 as Taylor goes just a little bit too long. As the serve comes back over to the Indians. Boy, mishandled, but Preston able to back their girls up and get it back over. Reverse. The set comes down. Dug out by Donaldson on the attack by Delame. Comes back, and it's Nelson off the block and down. Ellie's got another kill. That's her 5th. (8-5), Preston leading by 3 again. Sophie Hess had a pretty good run in the last set. Now into serve. Her first serve is going to be back, and wow, a big kill from the outside. As on the outside, that came from Suri Delame with the point. That's her 5th kill of the night. It makes it 8-6 now on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So the serve back over to Century here in set number 4. As Preston able to chase it down, get it back up into the front row. Kept alive by the Diamondbacks who flick it over short. Hess able to keep that ball up. Comes back to Wakely, and she's blocked at the net. No, she got the point. The block went down on the Century side of the net. So Preston gets the point. It's 9-6. And for Taylor Wakely, that's kill number 8 for her on the night. So 9-6, Preston to serve. As it comes back to the Diamondbacks, they'll get it back over, and it's going to be just a little bit too long. Donaldson was about to play it, and Wakely got right in her ear and said, no, don't. And they both backed off at the last second. As Preston has the point, it's now 10-6. They get it back over onto the Preston side, and they get the point this time as they go soft. Do the Diamondbacks and pick up the point. So it's 10-7. Millie Pantea to serve. Deep, played by Donaldson. Outside set to White. Partially blocked, kept alive. Back to White again, and she's able to slam that one back down. No, now they're going to say a point for the Diamondbacks. As Coach Knapp walks over toward the sideline, doesn't know what the call really was, as the down official tries to explain it to them. But the point for goes to Century, and it's 10-8. As the serve will be an ace to make it 10-9. As the ace served up by Pantea, her second tonight. So it's 10-9, Preston leading on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. And the serve comes in. Handled by the Indians. Boy, that's going to be a tough dig as the attack right at the net. As able to slam that ball back down was the Diamondbacks, and Wakely couldn't make the dig, and we're tied at 10. So 10-10 as the Century serve continues. As again at the net, comes back alive as Nelson hit it into the net. That one's going to be inbounds in the corner. Century's got a lead at 11-10. Century on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. We are in the fourth. Preston leads 2-1. Again, the serve. Dug out by the Indians. Outside set comes to White. She's able to go down the line and get the point. So Mackley White with her 8th kill of the night. We're again tied at 11 here in the fourth set. Brought to you by Papa J's in Clifton. And with the score even 11-11, it'll be Braxton Ware to serve again here for Preston. Deep middle, dug out there. Outside set, partially blocked. Kept alive by the Indians on the attack there by Burrup. Just knocking it back over, there was Wakely. So a free ball again as it's Burrup again, partially off the block and down. So Peyton Burrup with the kill as the Lady Diamondbacks again going back up on top by a point. 12-11. Boy, this match has been incredibly close and back and forth the whole night. Wakely gets it back over here for the Indians. Outside set. Look out, comes to Burrup again. That's blocked by the Indians at the net. As they get it back over. Wakely with the dig, comes back up to the net, but there's Burrup to slam the lid and put it back in. Now as the point will indeed go to the Diamondbacks. It's the 13-11. Preston almost misplayed it, but they get the ball back over. So there's a free ball for Century in the middle, as that's going to be dug out by Wakely in the back row. Set comes to the attack side, but not a good set, but White able to get it back over. However, the Diamondbacks knock it back over again. Back to Burrup on the attack. Again kept alive by Wakely. Set in the middle as White comes over in the middle. Can't get the attack to go down. From the back row, it's in, as that is Pantea. Pantea makes it 14-11. And for Millie Pantea, that's her 4th kill of the match. Serve dug out by White, set back to White, as that will be in, as White tucks that one into the deep right corner. Makes it 14-12 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. White now with 9 kills tonight. That's actually one more than Taylor Wakely has this evening. As Avery Madsen will serve again for the Indians. As dug out back over onto the Preston side. As they'll set it back to Wakely. That's going to be dug out back again over onto the Preston side once again. As the outside set comes back to White. She tried to really cut the court and cut it too short and hit it into the Century bench out of bounds. 15-12. As Addie Morrell will now serve again for the Lady Diamondbacks. Dug out by Ware in the back row, kept alive by the Indians, comes back to Hess on the attack side. Preston gets it back. Again, now back to White again, who flicks it into the back row. That's kept alive. Again, the Diamondbacks able to put it back over, and Ware is able to dig that one out. Back onto the Century side again. Off the block, get it back over, and Preston again will have it ball. And so again, they'll just flick it back over. Play it deep, but they played it too deep. And now Century leads by 4. It's 16-12. On the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard, as Morrell will serve again. And that's right back over the net. And there's Burrup to slam it back home. Burrup's got 5 kills tonight. And Century's up by 5, 17-12. Burrell bounces the ball a few times, comes back with the serve, comes to Ware. Played there, now back to Wakely. Dug out, but not over as it goes into the net. Taylor's got another kill, and they break the string of points here by the Diamondbacks and get the serve back to the Indians. 17-13 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Wakely now with 9 kills tonight, just like White has. White with the serve, back up to the net as the little short set right at the net, and it is Macy Sutton with the kill. Her first kill of the night, and it's 18-13. So Preston's got some work to do here in the fourth set. They trail by 5 in the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The serve is going to be just out of bounds. Boy, that looked like it was close to the line, but the line judge back here on the baseline said nope. Too long, 18-14. So Preston trails by 4, and here's Morgan Donaldson again to serve. Donaldson goes deep middle. They bump it there. As that'll be blocked at the net by the Indians, kept alive again by the Diamondbacks. As again into the back row. Hutch able to dig that one out for Preston. As the set comes back to Wakely off the block and out of bounds. That gives Taylor 10 kills tonight. And Preston back to within 3 again at 18-15. Remember, we play in the fourth. Century needs to win this to extend the match. Back set. As that'll be in for the kill. As coming up to make the attack was Suri Delame. As she collects kill number 6. And puts the Diamondbacks back in front by 4 again at 19-15. Serve comes to Hutch. Set comes to Nelson. Partially blocked on the slide. Diamondbacks get it back. Now get it back over onto the Preston side. As the set comes back to Wakely again. That's going to be dug out. Can they get it back? They hustle to go get it once, then they get it back over. Played by Donaldson for the Indians. Set in the middle. That's Nelson. As that's going to be a point for the Indians. And a lift called against the Diamondbacks on the dig. So it's 19-16. Hess just puts her hands on her hips as she picks up the ball and takes a big sigh. Just trying to catch her breath. The serve into the deep back row. As it comes back, Hutch able to get that one back in play. Back at the net as coming over, sliding over to make the kill is Pantea. Got it off the hands of the Indians, and it's 20-16. Century ticking off the points here, headed toward victory in set number 4. Serve dug out by Wakely. They'll set it back to Taylor, as that's going to be in the back row. Taylor with a big swing and a kill. That's 11 now for Taylor tonight. Preston will not go quietly as it's 2017. Wakely will serve. Serve by Wakely, comes to the back row. At the net, they get it back over, so back onto the Preston side. Set it for Wakely in the back row again. That's going to be blocked at the net, point for the Indians. As once again, Wakely gets another kill as she tools the block to make it 20-18 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. So Preston trying to pry their way back into this fourth set. Wakely, good serve. They got to run and get it. And now bump it back over, so a free ball again here for the Indians. In the middle, the set there as Preston can't get it over the net. The set went to Nelson, but Ellie hit it into the top of the net, 21-18. Century on top. As they lead by 3, and Pantea will serve. First serve from Pantea. Comes to Wakely, played there. They set it back to Wakely again, and that's going to be too long and out of bounds. 22-18. Hitting error number 8 tonight for Wakely, and Preston wants a timeout here in the fourth set. 22-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're back here in the fourth right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com.
22-18, Preston trails here in the fourth. Tonight's match brought to you in part by our friends at Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley, and by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. 22-18, Diamondbacks trying to lock up set 4 and force a fifth set here tonight, as the serve from Pantea, dug out by the Indians, played at the net, now comes back onto the Preston side, back to Wakely again, played off the top of the net as they set it for Pantea, partially blocked, comes back again to the Indians, and that is going to be a point again for the Diamondbacks to make it 23-18. So Century 2 points away from forcing a decisive set 5. Here's the serve, comes to Wakely. They'll set it to Knapp. Off the block and down, a point for the Indians. They're not done yet. 23-19. Macy Knapp, kill number 4 on the night for her. So once again, here is Braxton Ware serving for Preston. Trying to extend the set, and the serve goes too long. So it's going to be set point coming up here for the Diamondbacks to try to even the match at 2 sets apiece. Here's the serve, comes to Wakely. Bumped straight up in the air. Preston has to scramble to cover it. It goes back to Taylor, and Taylor extends the set, and she picks up kill number 13. 24-20. Preston escapes the first set point. Now here comes set point number 2. Madsen serves. Short. It is almost unreturnable. Can they get it back over? Yes, they do. Good defensive play by the Diamondbacks. Back to White. And as Mackley hits it too long, out of bounds. And the second set will go to the Diamondbacks, 25-20, as they will force a fifth and decisive set here tonight. So Century wins it 25-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as we go to the fifth right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
KACH.
All right, we're going to move along here to set number 5 tonight, as tonight's match brought to you in part by our friends at Flying S Title and Escrow. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving its customers for over 119 years, the Flying S Title and Escrow Company. Preston won the first set 25-17 and the second 25-18. Century came back to win set 3 tonight, 25-22, and set 4, 25-20, to send us to this 5th and decisive set here tonight between the Indians and the Diamondbacks. So Century, let's see who gets the serve to start the 5th set. Tonight's match also brought to you by Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Well, let's see. As the official says we got everybody where they need to be, she'll roll the ball out here to Avery Madsen, so Preston will serve to start set 5, and here we go. Avery ready. And the first serve is going to be played there by the D-backs. Outside set. Comes to Burrup, played by the Indians. They get it back outside to White. She tries to go down the line, kept alive by Pantea. They get it back over into the middle. Preston will set it there. Outside, not a good set. Comes back over onto the Century side of the net. Blocked at the net on the attack there by the Indians. As again, Preston able to knock it back over. Century gets it back. They try to go short. Again, there's Burrup to tap it back. Comes back to Wakely as she flicks it back over. Tapped around a few times. And once again, the Diamondbacks able to keep it alive. Back to Hess. That's partially blocked at the net. As they get it back over again, yes. Kept alive again. Back to Dunn. Partially blocked again at the net. Burrup gets it back over. That's dug out by Donaldson. As White has it back over. As that's going to be dug out, and a point, and the kill for Pantea with a good attack. Donaldson tried to drive and make the play, but couldn't. Pantea gets the point, and it's 1-0 Century on what was probably the longest point of the night. So 1-0. Addie Merrill to serve. Played there by the Indians. They get it back to White again. Off the block, goes out of bounds. It's going to be touched. And it's 1-1 as another kill for Mackley White tonight. She's having one of her better matches. That's 10 kills tonight for her. White will serve at 1-1 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Remember, it's the first of 15 here in the 5th set. Outside, blocked at the net and down. Dunn slams the lid shut and has her 3rd block tonight. 2-1 Indians on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson runs over to say something to the coach. Now White ready to go. Here's the serve. As they set it outside, Donaldson tries to make the dig but can't get it up. As White comes over, dive, tries to play it but couldn't. Point for the D-backs. 2-2 now here in set 5. Don't forget, stay tuned with us after this set is over. We'll have the Ralph's Construction postgame show coming up. As the next serve, it is an ace. Peyton Burrup with her second ace of the night. 3-2 Century. Serve comes to Richardson. Outside set, Wakely off the block, kept alive. Burrup able to bump it back forward, back over onto the Preston side. As the outside set will come to Hess, not a good set. They get it back over, kept alive again by the Diamondbacks for the point. Hatchet had moved in just a little bit too far, as that point just kind of floated deep into the deep left corner, and she couldn't reach it. And for the first time tonight, Century has a lead at 4-2 in any of the 5 sets, as that goes into the net. Service error against Burrup. Preston gets the serve back at trailing 4-3 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Donaldson with the serve for Preston, as they'll just tap it over. Preston has it. Wakely just has to put it back into play. Free ball here for the Diamondbacks. Blocked at the net, kept alive again by the Indians. Comes back to Wakely. That's blocked and out of bounds. Blocked back onto the Preston side. Donaldson tried to get a hand on it and hit it out of bounds, and it's 5-3 Century. Serve again, dug out by Hatch in the back row. Wakely into the net. Point again for Century, and it's 6-3. Fleischman goes to the bench. Diamondbacks leading 6-3. Serve comes over. Back to Wakely, tries to go down the line, and again hits it into the net. 7-3. Century leads on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Wakely with 13 kills and 10 hitting errors tonight. 7-3. Donaldson bumps it forward as Wakely flicks it over. Outside set, and that's going to be inbounds. Donaldson and Hatch just kind of looked at each other and split them. And it's 8-3. Preston in the back row, they've been bumping into each other a lot, trying to play those shots into the back row. And that time they didn't, neither of them played it. It went right between them. 8-3. Century leading. Serve comes into the Indians. Hess able to play it over. They'll dig. Back to Pantea, too long. So Preston gets the serve on the side out, as it's 8-3 Century leading on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Check and make it 8-4, I should say. As Braxton Ware is going to come in and serve here for Preston. Ware ready. Here's the serve at 8-4. That's going to be set as it's hit there by Delame. Preston trying to keep it alive from out of bounds as Madsen just taps it over. As that's going to be played at the net. Too many hits against for the Diamondbacks, and Preston gets another point to make it 8-5. See if they can get something started here with Ware on the serve. So she gets a point on her first serve. Now let's go back and see what happens again at 8-5. Played at the net. Reverse set. Blocked again at the net by Wakely. On the opposite side, on the attack side, kept alive again by the Indians. Back to Taylor. And again, it's off the net and out of bounds. As they're going to say it was touched. I didn't think it ever went over the net. But now they're going to get together with all the officials, the chair official, and talk about it. The corner official at this end where I'm sitting said it was touched. The down official thought that it never went over. I didn't think it ever went over either. I thought it was hit into the top of the net and stayed in play, and eventually fell out of bounds, which would make it the point for the Diamondbacks. So I think at this point, I think you probably just got to play it over, because the discussion continues as they're not. I guess it depends on how sure the down official from this end of the court is that it was touched. I got to be honest with you, I don't think it was, and they're going to play it over. That's the fair thing to do. So they'll play it over again. Century leading 8-5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Ware will serve again. Braxton is it's going to be set again. They're going to go short. Dug out by Donaldson. Can they keep it alive? Can Preston as they hit it back over? But Hatch's dig goes too long, and the point ends up going over to the Diamondbacks anyway to make it 9-5. We're playing here in the fifth set. (9-5). Diamondbacks leading. Good serve. Dug out by Donaldson. Comes back to Nelson, partially blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Diamondbacks. Outside set, Pantea. Blocked by Nelson for the point. Ellie gets those big old mitts up there and slams the lid with another block, her third. Make it 9-6. Preston will get the serve back as Wakely will serve again. Tonight's match brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. As the set by the Diamondbacks comes short, Donaldson can't get it. They played it short. Delame with the kill. That is her seventh tonight. And Century has reached double figures here in the fifth in the deciding set, as it's 10-6. Serve will come deep. Played there by Ware. Set by Matson on the reverse to Nelson. Played in the back row by Pantea. Again, they'll sit it into the back row. Wakely has this one. The set comes to White into the net. It's 11-6. I got to be honest with you, Preston has not been able to hit the ball that well from about the midway point of set number 4. Timeout on the floor taken by the Indians. Century leads 11-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Back with more action here in the fifth right after this.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, 11-6, Century leads. Tonight's match also brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental with offices in Preston and Grace. They're here to give you a smile that you can always be proud of. All right, 11-6. Century on top, 4 points away from the match. Here's we play in set number 5. Donaldson with the dig. Outside set to White. Kept up in the air. They chase it down as Delame able to get it back, and the Diamondbacks get it back over. Again, the outside set back to White, who goes short this time. Delame again will keep it back up. As again, the Diamondbacks able to keep the ball alive. This time Nelson just bumps it over. Free ball for the Diamondbacks comes short as the flick there by Nelson back over onto the Century side. Action is fast and furious. Matson sets as that's going to be a touch and a point for the Indians. Or is it out of bounds? They're going to call it out. 12-6, Century goes up. I believe that was Nelson who hit the ball wide. So Century now up 12-6. 3 points away from winning in the fifth set. Set by the Indians, comes back to Wakely. Dug out. Kept alive again by Century. Can they get it back over? Yes, they do, as Merrill puts it back over onto the Preston side. Nelson touched at the net. Again, kept alive by Delame. As they get it back over, dug out by Wakely. Set again comes to Taylor. She wasn't expecting it, so she just has to bump it over here. They go short to the Diamondbacks. Preston has to hustle to come and get it. Comes back to White. That's going to be a touch and out of bounds. Delame went up to try to get it, made the block, but it fell out of bounds. Point for the Indians, and it's 12-7. See if Preston can get a run going here. Ellie Nelson's going to serve here for the Indians. This might be her first rotation back behind the service line tonight. I don't remember her being back there at all. Serves a pretty good one. Blocked at the net, kept alive, back onto the Preston side. Here comes Wakely. That's blocked at the net. Kept alive again by the Diamondbacks. In the middle, comes back into the back row. Again, it's Taylor. Keeps it alive. Back in the front again, dug out by the Diamondbacks once again. Outside, it's Burrup to keep it alive this time. As she'll set it, as it comes back to Taylor again off the top of the net, kept alive by the Diamondbacks. As that is going to be in on the back row. Pantea with the big kill from deep. As it's 13-7. Preston trailing by 6 again. Century now 2 points away from the match. Burrup to serve and hits it into the net. 13-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. A break for the Indians. They get the point back. Hess back in. Ware will go to the bench. Madsen to serve for Preston. As the serve from Madsen. Dug out. Outside. Blocked at the net. And kept alive. The Indians can't control it. The block. Preston tried to dig it back up. But they hit it out of bounds. And it's set match point here for the Diamondbacks. They lost the first 2 sets. They came back to win sets 3 and 4. Now trying to win set 5 as the serve comes deep to White. Wakely and White bump into each other as the attack by Wakely is dug out, but it's going to be a double hit and a point for the Indians. So again, we stay alive. Preston has lost their last 3 matches that went to 5 sets. 14-9, match point number 2 here for the Diamondbacks. The outside set, into the net, and so Ben Preston survives another one. 14-10. And timeout taken by the Diamondbacks. 14-10. We'll come back for match point number 3 for Century. We'll do that as we continue right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
All right, Preston's got the match back to within 4, but they trail 14-10. Here comes match point number 3 for the Diamondbacks. Outside set. Burrup puts it away, and they win it. Burrup with the big decisive kill, and it's a senior night win for the Diamondbacks. As they, after losing the first 2 sets, they come back and win the final 3. Winning the 5th set tonight by the final score of 15-10, and they've now beaten Preston 8 straight times, and twenty-one out of the 23 matches they've played over the last 11 years. So an entertaining match tonight. Goes 5, but Preston comes up short. And we'll actually stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show coming up next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing good deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their overall standings. The pregame show gets started at 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to Century High School. Tonight, the Century Diamondbacks, after losing the first two sets, come back and win sets 3 and 4, and then win the fifth set by the final score of 15-10 to take the match tonight over the Preston Indians. Well, hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard back with you for the Ralph's Construction postgame show. Remember, it's Ralph's Construction, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Preston won the first set 25-17 and the second 25-18, but that's when Century really got their footing back. They came back in one set 3, back and forth set was close. They win it 25-22 and win another close set in the fourth 25-20. Well, anything can happen going to the fifth set. Century got out to a big lead. Preston started to fight back, but then ended up taking it in the end as the Diamondbacks win set 5 by the final score of 15-10 here tonight and take the match 3-2 over the Preston Indians. We'll take a timeout here on the Ralph's Construction postgame show. We'll come back, look at some numbers right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right, welcome back. Century wins it 3-2 here over the Lady Indians as we look at some final numbers. And the Sats tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today, or stop by their office at 33 South 1st East in Preston. Their number 208-852-2364. For the Indians, we'll go over their numbers. We don't really have accurate stats tonight for the Diamondbacks because of where our location was at the opposite end of the floor from where they were. So a lot of those plays we couldn't tell exactly what the number was, so we won't try to guess at Century Diamondback stats. The Indian stats, they had 41 kills tonight overall, 5 for Nelson, 5 for Dunn. Sophie Hess had 4. Macy Knapp had 4. Mackley White had 10, a good match for her tonight, and Taylor Wakely finished the night with 13. So 41 kills overall tonight for the Indians, who also had 8 blocks. Ellie Nelson had 3, Carly Dunn had 3. Preston had 5 kills tonight, a pair of those coming from Mackley White. But our player of the game, again, has to be Taylor Wakely, who finishes the match with 13 as the Indians' leading kill person, has another big night with 13 tonight. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back, wrap it up from here at Century. Tell you what's next for the Lady Indians coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing good deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
All right, the Indians come up a little bit short tonight here in Century as the Diamondbacks do it again. They beat the Indians now. They've beat them 8 straight matches in a row. Coming up on Thursday night is our next match for the Lady Indians. It's their regular season finale as they'll be on the road. It's a very important conference match for the Indians, as their overall record now stands at 12-8 and 4-3 in the conference. They'll play their final conference match Thursday night when they head to Bear Lake to take on the Bears. We'll have that for you right here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up Thursday night with the pregame show around 6:30 and the first serve scheduled for 7 if it gets off on time. So we'll hopefully talk to you then. That'll wrap up our broadcast from here tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Jace Andrews. Our studio engineer tonight has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard here at Century. Glad you could be with us tonight for another exciting match as the Indians go to 0-3 overall now in 5-set matches this year as they lose this one to the Diamondbacks by the final score of 3-2. From here in Century, I'm Dan Hubbard. Have a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.